Good morning, great Americans. It's another great American video from the bunker in Kentucky. Well, there's a lot of things I should be talking about. I should probably be talking about Liberation Day, the Trump tariff plan. Look, it's going to work. You know, of course, everybody's attacking him because Trump is upsetting the swamp, the globalists, the corrupt power brokers behind the scenes. He's upsetting all that, and so if you have any common sense at all, you should expect nothing but attacks on the fake news national media, and even a few from the rhinos and the swampers in the Republican Party. So when he's being roundly attacked by everybody for what he's doing, you can bet that that's a good sign that he's on the right track. So give it time. The man has only been in office for like 4 months. It takes time. Um, I, I wrote an article on Substack. I'm going to put a link in this in the comment of this video, so check it out. It has to do with Ronald Reagan and how his rating, his poll numbers were really actually in his first couple of years in office were really low. I mean, we remember the great Ronaldus Maximus. Ronald Reagan is the great Ronald Reagan president, and he was great. One of the greatest all-time presidents, beloved by millions, but started out rocky at first because it takes time for revolutions to sort of take hold and bear fruit. So it will. So stay the course. So I'm going to put a link to that. It's about Trump and Reagan. That's going to be the first link. Here's the second link I'm going to put in an article I recently wrote, or a video actually I recently made about staying the course. Look what just happened in Wisconsin. Come on, man. You're screwing up. You let the Democrats win, people. What is wrong with you? Everybody, and listen to Scott Pressler about this, by the way. Trump's victory 4 months ago is just the first victory in a battle, not the war, just the first battle in a civil war. And all the people out there who made Trump's victories possible, whatever it is you did, you were out knocking on doors, you were making calls, you were contributing, whatever your thing was that you were doing to help Trump, you have to keep doing it. It never ends. We should have won Wisconsin, but we didn't because people got lazy. They got lazy and they got comfortable. No good. Now we did win Florida. That's good, but I mean, come on, it's Florida, you know. Wisconsin, what did you do? You sat on your hands and you fucked up. Okay, you know, you're like a soldier right after D-Day. You figure, oh, I stormed the beach. Now I can sit in my foxhole and relax. And the next thing you know, your buddies are all shot up because the Germans are still shooting at you. You don't relax. Yeah, we had a great D-Day invasion, but now the war is on. Okay, so that's another link I'm putting in there. But let tax and I'm going to put a third link to a very good brief video you should watch about the tariff things. Very good. That's what I should be talking about. But for some reason, what I'm interested in about today is what you see behind me. Now, this is a fake photograph. I saw it on it's not real. It can't be real, right? Because look at Trump's hair, man. That's old. Or maybe it is real. Maybe it's just an old photograph. I have no idea. So I mean, but I think this is faked up photograph, but it's kind of funny because Bill Maher the other night had a dinner with Trump. Now, why should anybody give a shit about that? Because Bill Maher's, I mean, he's a comedian. Who gives a shit? He's a lefty, right? And he's a dope when it comes to most issues. Well, I'll tell you why. Because he is so first of all, anybody with any common sense or normality has just about left the Democrat Party. It's almost now nothing but a party of crazies, sexual freaks, and that's okay for what it, but the worst part is it's also a party of people who are promoting anti-American destructive policies, and that's not okay. That's not okay. It is now look, they're terrorists. You had people, you had Democrat politicians calling to, quote, take him out in reference to Elon Musk. Can you imagine if Trump said to take someone out? Could you imagine if Trump said to take out Maxine Waters? My God, they'd be impeaching him for inciting an assassination. But apparently, Democrats can call on taking out Elon Musk and nothing happens to them. I tell you, oh, what's her name over at the DOJ better get busy on that. But the point is that just about every normal person who was left in the Democrat Party has left. There's only a few stragglers. Bill Maher is one of them. Bill Maher, he said a lot of rotten things and terrible things in the past that are really hard to forgive. But to his credit, he is a thinking man, and he's thinking through some things, and he sees a lot of the crazy on the left on his own side. Now, I don't know how the hell he's going to vote in the future. He can't vote for that, but he's saying he won't vote for Republicans, so I don't know. I guess he's going to sit it out, or he's going to write in his own name, write himself in when he goes vote. I don't know what he's going to do. But the point is, here's my point of this video. Bill Maher had dinner with Trump and Kid Rock the other night. And by the way, it's amazing that no photo, I'm just shocked that there's not one photo that leaked. I mean, not even a long shot photo of him like getting out of the car and going into the White House. Or, you know how the paparazzi do, they get little photos walking into a door. Nothing is leaked. No tweet from Trump. No official White House photo of a dinner. No long-term paparazzi from a block away watching him get out of a car. Nothing. That's pretty wild. I mean, but anyway, that's just a minor side observation there. I find it kind of interesting. That's why I went ahead and put up this fake phony. It's not even at the White House, so I don't think it's at the White House. No, it can't be at the White House because look at Trump. He's too young. Look at that hair. I think, and I don't think that. Yeah, but anyway. So anyway, the point is, almost all of the normal people are out of the Democrat Party, as I just said twice, but there's still a few stragglers, and Maher is one of them. And here's the thing I wanted to say. Now I don't know if this is accurate or if he was just joking around, but I saw online where he had said, I think he was talking to Kid Rock maybe, and it said, they asked, because people are always asking him, why don't you just become a Republican? Look, you're like, you all you do is trash the Democrats now. You're meeting with Trump. You went on Fox News. You went on Greg. He apparently he said, if Trump will admit that he lost the 2020 election, then he'll become a Republican. Now, I don't know if he means that or not, but he said it. And that brings us to an interesting point. This is interesting to me. I hope it's interesting to you. Americans have a right to have different opinions on stuff. Now, there is, whether you like it or not, or whether you want to admit it or not, there is tons of both actual and circumstantial evidence that the election was stolen. I mean, there's just tons of it. You just can't escape it. Now, for various reasons, you won't really find it online because it's kind of, we already seem to, Americans have such a short memory, But after the 2020 election, the the media the media went into full Nazi mode. They went into full squashing of free speech mode, and anybody who thought the election was stolen was squashed. They were canceled. They were silenced. Their YouTube channels were banished. Their Twitter channels were banished. They were demonetized. All the evidence was wiped out online. If you're on the other side, then you don't seem to give a shit, because we were like, that's part of what this video is about, is because the Democrats are nothing but fascists. While they accuse others of being fascists, they're the ones that are the real fascists. But I noticed it. I remember it. Now, fortunately for me, I scraped up plenty of data and actually saved it. But there's overwhelming evidence that the election was stolen. So why am I bringing that up? Because Bill Maher should have the decency to say, you have a right. Why would he say that? Why would he say, as long as Trump admits that he lost the election? Why should Trump say that? Why should Trump ever say that when he believes, and millions of people believe, that the election was stolen, and there's gobs of evidence to show it was stolen? Why should he change his mind? Why should that be the reason that you're not going to vote for Trump? Because he has his own opinion on something. Look, let me remind everybody, you may know this, but some of you may not know this. The phrase conspiracy theory, that phrase, conspiracy theorist, conspiracy theory, that was invented during or right after the John F. Kennedy assassination. Now, this is interesting, because now we know, right? But think about this. The phrase conspiracy theorist was invented after the JFK assassination, and it was meant to characterize people who thought that there was a conspiracy behind JFK's assassination, right? The great Warren Commission, right? The government, all the gray bears, the great long wise men of the government in the Warren Commission said that Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman, and that's it. And we're all supposed to believe it. And if you didn't believe it, as most Americans do not believe it, you were labeled a conspiracy theorist. And that's how that phrase got started way back then. Think of the irony that now we know, right? What is this, 40, 50, 60 years, whatever, so 50, 60 years later, we know that the conspiracy theorists were right. It was more than just a lone gunman. But Bill Maher thinks that Trump is a conspiracy theorist and won't vote for him unless he gives up his conspiracy theory. But wait a minute. For 60 years, we respected, maybe not at first, but certainly for the last 30 or 40 years, we have respected the conspiracy theorists who thought that there was more to the JFK assassination, despite the fact that the government said there wasn't. And it turns out they were right. So at the very least, if you don't believe the election was stolen, or if you're someone like Bill Maher, at the very least, you should respect the opinion of the other side, because history has now proven that conspiracy theorists are correct, at least some of the time. right? Think about it. The biggest conspiracy theory of them all, the event that caused the phrase conspiracy theory to even come into existence, the JFK assassination. Turns out the conspiracy theorists were correct, and the big Warren Commission were liars. The government was lying, and the conspiracy theorists were correct. Why is it so hard to entertain the possibility that the fake news media and the government are also liars regarding the 2020 election, and us conspiracy theorists are correct? Because I'll tell you what, buddy, let me tell you this. The conspiracy theories, the conspiracy theorists who were labeled as such after the JFK assassination didn't have near the amount of information at their fingertips that we have at our fingertips regarding the stolen 2020 election. I mean, one great piece of is the documentary by Dinesh D'Souza called 2000 Mules. You watch that, man, and you have to admit, even if you don't believe it, you have to admit that you can understand the point of view of the other side. Otherwise, you're just in flat out denial. And that brings us to Bill Maher, right? So, so he's just now in flat out denial. He just can't make that leap. He's smart. He's an intelligent man. He's kind of funny. I mean, I'll give him that. He's a funny guy. I don't watch the show, but what little I've seen, he's funny. And he's right on a lot of things because he's thinking them through. But he's got Trump derangements. He's got a special kind of Trump derangement syndrome, right? Some people have Trump derangement and it just causes them to go insane and scream and yell and set fire to cars and terrorize factories. Those are the crazies. Bill Maher has a specific type of Trump derangement syndrome, right? Where he's narrowly in denial about certain facts that he just can't get over. His pride, it must be his pride, or maybe he's afraid that if he makes that final leap, he'll destroy his brand and lose all his followers. Who knows what's on his mind? But he is suffering. He is in denial on this one fact, because even if he wants to stick with his point of view that the election was not stolen, and that's fine if that's what you want to think, there is way too much evidence for him to demand that other people give up their opinions on the other side. All right. I don't, that's all there is to say. Um, uh, I guess that's it. I mean, that's my muse, my morning muse for, let's say, I've written a couple of things recently. I said I was going to put some individual links into, and I will, but I would appreciate it if you went to my Substack page and saw some of my recent stuff and my video. My videos are on several things, but I kind of push the Rumble site because I like Rumble. I got my videos on YouTube too, but I hate YouTube. They're fascists. They're terrible. And by the way, so is Facebook still. I heard something on the news recently that Mark Zuckerberg recently announced that Facebook was going to become a free speech zone, which apparently is a tacit admission that it wasn't a free speech zone. But I don't know if he realized that. But he's basically saying that we were not free speech before. But let me tell you something. That's what he says. But yesterday, or it was the day before yesterday. We posted a post. I posted a post on our Facebook page, and I said that, look, I'm sorry, this is my personal opinion. The transgender people are mentally ill, and they are mentally ill, and I can prove it. Now you may want to, and that's not hate. There's a lot of people are mentally. Look, if you have claustrophobia, I don't hate. Why should I? Would it be pretty insane to hate someone who has claustrophobia? I mean, that's just stupid, right? But it's not hate for me to say that this person over here suffers from claustrophobia. It's a mental disorder of sorts, or what? It's a phobia, a clinical phobia, and it's just stating a fact. I don't hate people with claustrophobia. I don't hate people who are afraid of heights. I don't hate people who are what do you call the people who steal, kleptomaniacs, right? I don't hate people who are afraid of spiders with that arachnophobia. See, all these different things, you can say it and nobody blinks an eye, right? Because you're just stating a fact. Oh, you know, Joe over there, he's got claustrophobia. Yeah, it's yeah, he has to deal with that, man. Old Bob over there, he's afraid of heights. Yeah. So don't make him go up the ladder, maybe he's in construction, he can't go up a ladder. He's afraid of heights. Okay, no problem. It's not hate. So when I say that uh transgenders are mentally ill people, they suffer from a mental disorder, why is that branded as hate? Why does everybody freak out? It's the same. It's that nutty. There's something underlying here. There's no reason to freak out when someone tells the truth. Why would someone freak out over someone telling the truth? I can't help it if you are so stupid and ignorant and a stupid friggin' moron that you don't grasp a simple fact that transgenders suffer from a mental illness. Why are some people so bent on normalizing this disease and forcing society to accept it? Why? Who knows? That's something you can ponder. But so again, going I'm trying to wrap up this video here, and I'm sort of meandering. I'm on a streaming consciousness kick, so forgive me. What I was saying is that please share my recent stuff on Substack and my recent videos. I brought up the transgenderism because that's one of my recent things on Substack, and that's one of my recent videos. Oh, I was talking about Facebook. Oh, that's right. I was talking about why I don't promote YouTube and I promote Rumble instead, because YouTube is fascist and they cancel stuff out. Now, frankly, I'm surprised they haven't wiped out my video about transgenderism. Pretty interesting. So I guess they're a little better now than Facebook is. But boy, I just made a comment. I said mentally ill people. I said that transgenders are mentally ill, and Facebook banned me. They banned me now. I guess it's a temporary ban, but still I'm banned for 30 days because I made a simple statement that transgenders are mentally ill. And so Facebook is still just as fascist and fake and un-American when it comes to free speech as they ever were. So they're rotten. Facebook is rotten. And YouTube is not a hell of a lot better. So that's why I promote my videos on Rumble. So back to what I was saying, please check out my Substack page for articles, and I post the videos there too, and my Rumble page for videos. Do me a favor, man, and share some of them, right? I'm not monetized. I don't do this for money. Thank God. Look at this cheesy production. There's no production here, man. It's just a camera. So please do that. Please check out on our social media. Follow us there. Like and share the videos, like and share the articles, and I will see all of you in the next great American video. Adios, muchachos.